It was an Antarctic trek with a tragic ending. British explorer Robert Scott and his 4 colleagues reached the South Pole but died just miles from safety. 100 years later, a new exhibition on that fateful journey was almost destroyed in this year's deadly Christchurch earthquake.
These priceless artefacts from Scott's ill-fated Terra Nova expedition survived the Antarctic, but anxious curators at Canterbury Museum in Christchurch feared the worst when February's massive quake struck.
And when we went up into the labs where the objects for this exhibition were being conserved and prepared for shipping here, our hearts were right up in our mouths, but incredible. Some things had fallen off shelves, but nothing had broken, and it's just so lucky.
Not so lucky were Captain Robert Scott and his 4 colleagues. They made it to the South Pole only to die on their return. On display, there's a virtual copy of his diary and the actual sled the men hauled through blizzards. There's plenty of rare film and the camera used to capture the incredible images. The exhibition at the National Maritime Museum focuses on the scientific nature of the mission. The explorers took some of the first weather data in Antarctica, discovered fossils and collected some 40,000 specimens.
They also found evidence of the tectonic plates. Of course, at the time, this sort of theory of continental drift was really not believed at all.
As you walk through this exhibition, you also walk over the exact layout of the hut where Scott and the other explorers lived in Antarctica, and as you can see, it was a pretty tight squeeze. Inside, they'd listen to this gramophone at night and play cards after dining on their rations. There's the first ever polar medal awarded to Scott posthumously, and even back then exploration was expensive, so to cover the costs, explorers endorsed products in return for sponsorship. Adrian Rochella, ABC News, Sydney.